Okay, this is interesting. I'm following my own advice now. I'm trying a couple of new things. This is actually good for me in making. I'm really just practicing to be able to do a live stream with this, but it actually sort of forces a little discipline of like what it is you want to do and what's the structure of it. So I'm actually well. Let's do this. You go, okay, well, what is it that you're trying to do? And, you know, it's, you want to do the things that actually are going to move the needle for you, which may be different for most people. So, I'm just going to share mine. So, step one, and I'm gonna work on this so I get this like in a better format so that I can just kind of like live stream it and go through the process. But, number one, in this case, I started and I did that first recording, and, wasn't, I needed some water, I needed some vitamins. So, before you start your trading day, whatever it is for you, water, vitamins, exercise, prayer, taking a walk, meditation, good food, coffee, whatever it takes to feel calm and ready for the trading day. And there's all kinds of opinions on this. Professional traders have to show up no matter how they feel. And if they're working for a company, they really they sort of have to be trading because they're paid for it. But if you are a retail trader, if the market conditions are, or your own conditions, you're just not right in the head that day. It's totally fine not to trade. And I know people will have a lot of different opinions on that. Um, but, if you just had a fight with your wife or you just had a car accident and you're laid up a little bit and you're a little stressed out, like the chances are very high that you're not going to be full on analytical, which to trade you have to be full on analytical and no monkey brain. You know what I mean? No, you don't want to have. Anyway, whatever. So everybody's got their own opinions on this, and some people might say, "Well, no, you got to show up anyway. That's the discipline." Um, but my opinion, my humble opinion, is if all the conditions aren't right for trading, don't feel bad about not trading. We have the inflation numbers, or I'm sorry, not the inflation numbers, but the we have a decision from the Fed today. A lot of these days, um, I sometimes I just don't trade at all that day. I'm not an expert on trading news like that with high volatility, high risk. So whatever it is, if it's not right, it's okay. I think that's an edge. Other people may disagree with me. All right, and then of course I'm gonna try this tomorrow. But you got to get all your charts and your software up and running. You got to look at the economic calendar, make any notes, and set an alert in your phone or whatever you do. Some people have online services where you keep your browser open and they tell you what important news is coming up, or I don't know. Some people might listen to CNN or whatever, but I at least have a simple alert in my phone about 5 minutes before the report is due to come out. If it's a report that I think is important, because it's easy to trade and sort of not know. You have to know if you're going to get into a trade that, like, hey, this report is coming out. Maybe I don't want to get in there or whatever. So then you got whatever your prep is, reviewing the daily. I at least use the daily, and maybe you want to do weekly and monthly, whatever it is. But I at least look at all the daily charts of the things I'm interested in, and then all the hourly charts. And then I use that to update my daily bias for the day for what it is that whether I'm going to be bullish on a certain instrument or bearish on a certain instrument. And then from all that, you can make your actual trading plan, which is going to be different for everybody. Some people have really big really big ones. Some people turn on their computer, but uh, whatever that trading plan is, involving whatever you're going to trade, whatever key levels, you've then got to make that plan, and then you've got to make sure that any important levels on the charts that you want to be looking for um, are marked if you want to mark them. So anyway, and then you can everybody has a different process, but for me, I try to have one thing that I'm working on the most today, and then maybe two or three other lesser things. But each day I'm working on uh, one thing to get better on. And today, um, uh, I'm pretty good at managing risk, and I'm pretty good at killing trades that don't look like they're working. Um, there's always this gray area of like, okay, your plan was to buy it, and then it immediately takes off, and then when it doesn't immediately take off, there's a gray area of you're not wrong and you're not right. Should you stay in the position? Um, but uh, and so I'm not going to get into all the ways people trade and how to do it. Everybody's got their own opinion, and if you watch YouTube, everybody's a fucking expert. But one thing is there are sometimes places to add to your position if it's doing well, and when you do that, you're doubling the risk. Uh, for me, I like to add when I can at least get out of the position for maybe break even plus 3 ticks. Um, and where I'm going to add has to be like another place that would be an entry for whatever it is. But a lot of people add to losing positions, and I do too. It's fine to like whatever your strategy is. If you've got 4 levels that you want to buy at, and you've got a small amount you're adding at each level, there's nothing wrong with that scaling as the market goes down. Um, and of course, that can also it can wipe out your trading account if you leverage it too high. And also, okay, there's no reason that the markets, if it goes down and there's 4 places you want to buy and it goes down past all of that, you have to be able to admit when you're wrong and take the loss. But anyway, uh, but sometimes it's harder for me to add to that position if I know that I should add to that position. So that's what I'm working on. And, you know, basic thing is do only what the chart says. If you could do only what the chart says and not what you think, um, or not what you hope, um, that's a basic discipline that I try you know, uh, to be able to execute. And not that you're a robot, but you don't want to be buying it and the chart says, hey, this is actually a selling setup, not a buying setup, and then you're holding on. That's just after a number of years, I've made all those mistakes, and you know, so and I want to watch leverage. My particular thing is I don't I want to have the smallest possible drawdown. Um, and I sometimes will sacrifice, holding out for the max gain. And I use, I don't want it to yap, because it's not about me, it's about you. So anyway, those are things I'm working on. You're going to have your own things that you're working on, whatever it is, watching a certain indicator, um, whatever. So, okay. Anyway, so we're going to take a better. This was good for me to just sort of clarify, because I do that and then I have a little another little note that is all my daily biases for the day of what I um, and their general biases, a lot of them based on the daily charts, but um, anyway, they're there. So did that, and today I just I needed to. It's like 8:30. I'm doing my market prep, and then 9 o'clock. I just wasn't feeling it, and even though I was gonna miss the opening and all that, I just went and got some food, got my head together, got some vitamins. Uh, did get some coffee. There you go. Anyway, all right. So let's see where I'm at now. Where am I? Okay. Now let's go back over to. We're already in the day, so I'm not going to do all the rest of the prep that I usually would do, but we are going to check the hour charts. So, oh wow, had a big fight and the direction was up. And let's see what happened. Wow. Okay, gold blew my mind. Oh man, that's great. Huge gap up that I did not expect. And now we're still going down. So, unfortunately, now I have to go and check my other live account, which I have on my phone. And, okay. Yep. All right, didn't help me too much, but, yeah, I have a call that I'm selling because I have a covered call and I want to get out of it on gold. But even though the market did come down a lot, still can't get out of that covered call. So it is what it is. I'm going to just take more time decay out of the thing. And there you go. All right. So now, wow. Silver. Holy moly. All right. Let's, okay. Let's try this. I'm still working on this. All right. Oh, that was the right one. Okay. So we want yeah. We just want to let's find gold. Yeah, micro gold's fine for what we're doing. Okay. All right, so our bias is down, but really seems to kind of have stabilized a bit. So I don't really see a trade there that I like. Because gold is just funny, man. You got the most unrealistic motherfuckers you ever seen. This is normally would be a chart setup for me to go short, but I just the way central banks are buying gold, I'm actually just on my non-futures account. I'm just buying gold when I get a good dip and holding it for the long term or the regular, fairly long term. All right, let me see what else I've got. Let's get rid of this chart. And let's look at what we've got for the rest of these things here. Yep, there's gold. Not a bad setup for short, but I'm not going to do it. And, yep. Oh, that's funny. I'm on the wrong. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try 2. Okay, that's good. I'm doing it. I'm getting better at this. Okay. All right. Now on this, I've got this is, do I have any positions that the bots are buying? And I have just a bunch of bots that are basically one for each. That's, not the most fanciest strategy. Um, but it hasn't bought anything. All right, now I guess since we're here, what do we get? Okay, my bots are beating everything. That SimSteve account was I just was testing something and bought it and sold it. It's a Sim account anyway. So anyway, let's go. Yeah, God damn it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, what do we have? Oh, I'm actually kind of interested in the Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin. Let's go with. Let's just see what we got. And then I actually want to have a little smaller volume because there just isn't the spreads suck on this. All right. Well, I was all excited about a long until I looked at the fucking chart. There's a chance we got the VWAP down here, and then here's our first standard deviation of the VWAP, which is a perfect level that's right next to the prior settlement from the other day. And then there's a good chance that some people will buy it here the same way that they bought it there because they're trying to participate in the uptrend. Um, but yeah, so we'll see. This is where people could buy it and where it could turn around. And so far, don't see that happening. And got the delta, we got negative delta, we got negative ease of movement. So there's a counter trade when it hits this Keltner channel. That might not be bad. But overall, it's a little too extended down. Nothing's in my favor the way I'd like it to be for that trade. And let's also let's go look at Just the hourly chart of Bitcoin. I think it's down at the bottom here. Yeah. So overall, super bullish. 121,000, 120,000. Yeah. Well, if you're trying to do a long play, kind of missed the boat there. So while I'm here, wow. Yen and the pound going down, dollar going up. I wonder about my euro short, possibly. Let's go. Up, yeah. Let's expand this now. Okay. Yep. Oh, there is no euro short. Pound looks better for a short. I don't know why bots bought anything. And this is the Australian dollar. Let's take it and look at the Australian dollar. Yeah. All of these are weak. The euro is stronger than the other two. We got some time before the Fed announcement. There's time to get in a trade here. Huh. Oil is interesting. Oil is over here. Let's see if we can find. Whoops. This is interesting. Okay, so if I go, what happens if I go there? Nope. Okay. Now, got to go to number one on this other computer here. Okay. Now, oh yeah, I can just go make it, keep it simple. Just go to MCL. Oh. Okay, so same thing. Here it made it up to the second deviation of the VWAP for this, and it didn't make it any further. But the chart tells me we're still bullish, but we have no momentum now. Delta is barely positive. The Chaikin money flow is down. So, and the rate of change is it's easier to move Move this down, then up. But, oh yeah, and then up here, that was the high. We broke the high. Now we have the high up here, and we tested the high and failed there. Okay. Now, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to just talk just to hear my own voice. You can make up your own mind whether you would go short or long here. Meanwhile, this MNQ is going in the toilet. All right, now I'm just going to go back. Oh, yeah, okay. While you're looking at the MNQ, I'm actually looking at just the superdome of the MNQ. And, well, you know, it was looking like a good short. My bot did not go short. Actually, let's look at the, yeah, no, it didn't go short. Okay. All right. Now what we're looking for is that momentum. Looking for that momentum to end. And just a little move down. Okay, so we got out of that, which is fine. That was not the greatest trade. Okay. But, it's all right. Yeah. That one was kind of luck. Sort of, yeah. Now there's zero advantage either way. So, let's, uh, let's take a little break to do our little Crumbgrabber slideshow. And, that's just for you. All right, well, what else do we have here? All right. Yeah, let's get back to the old NQ now. We had enough of a little break. Yeah, all right. Almost looks like a short, but not really. Let's look at a few of these. Yeah, I don't like the NQ. Gold is set up perfect for a short, but I just don't want to do it. Let's look at the other ones here. What's this? Oh, okay, man. It's good to make all the mistakes here while you're practicing. Let's take, we just want, yeah, we're in 2 now. Oh no, let's go back to number 1. Okay. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't even know that I could do that. Well, got that one. Get that. There. Yeah, it's pretty much dog shit. So, dog shit, dog shit, dog shit. Okay. Let's go back to here. Let's go to here. Look at this. All right, now we have to look at the pound. Because this time I'm going to just do it this way. A little easier. There. Yeah. Of course, the pound came down to its lows. We got a lot of volume here. Try to go up. Okay, so 11:25. We still have time to get into a trade before we really got to just be out and see what the hell Powell's going to do. The momentum is to the upside. Yeah, but I just kind of, I definitely don't like it for a short. That's a level that I marked a long time ago. It didn't even come and touch that level. All right, well, sorry we only got one trade, which was a little dicey, but worked. I think we're going to end it here, man.